Hi, I'm Janet Nunn, and today we're painting the cactus. And it's on a note card, making it so easy to just practice and do. I used Hansa Yellow Light, Sap Green, Hansa Yellow Deep, Cobalt Blue, and Alizarin Crimson. Here's some of our supplies. First of all, you're going to need a little plastic card for your brush, which is awesome, and that will make all of the little lines in the cactus. It'll actually even paint a lot of the mountains, and you'll be using your finger to go around for this guy. And we're going to use these Dr. P.H. Martin's liquid watercolors. They're mixed, they're ready to go. All you have to do is just put them on a tray like this and use your card and paint. Makes it really nice. Oh, one last thing, don't forget your Sharpie. Sharpie is a good thing to use to outline a few things and to sign your name. So with that being said, you have an opportunity to use those colors, or you can branch out and use any other colors. Keeping your lights, you can use more of the Hansa Medium, the Gamboge, you could go that way. And you can use some of the phthalo green, the sap green for the greens. And then for the mountains here, you can use quinacridone magenta. There's just so many different colors you can use. Okay, let's get started. So, cactus. I love the cactus. They have these wonderful symmetrical lines. But when you're taking a brush and you're trying to get those lines perfect, it doesn't really happen. So, this is your new brush. It's a plastic card and it's a room key. You can use your credit card. Why not use your credit card to paint with? It's just more fun. So that is sap green. I need a little bit of this yellow. This is Hansa Yellow Light. And I just kind of made a line with it. And I am gonna add some of this Hansa Yellow Deep in there too, just to kind of give it some good colors. Those are going to be my light, medium, and dark colors for the start of this particular picture. So I am going to start with this yellow, and you won't be able to see it that much, but I'm going to make a big old huge cactus. I'm going to better start with the green, then you can see it better. Notice how I'm just kind of trying to get it to work. There. There's one, and then I need another one. See how it just curves? And then as I get closer, cover it back this way. That's for the middle. And see how the cactus is just kind of coming to life. Notice how when I started, I rolled out this way, and then as I got towards the center, I came in that other way. So now I'm going to add a little yellow, just to kind of get some of those lights in there. Sometimes get a little orange, gotta add a little color in there. Okay, now that that's kind of working, just gonna add a little bit of mist just to kind of get things to go. Now, this is just the undercoat. This is the underpainting for this. I'm gonna let this dry, and then I'm gonna add some beautiful Payne's Gray just to kind of get the little midsection in there. And the other thing that I need to do is I want to add a little bit of a blue sky and a little bit of some red mountains in the background. But this has to dry, otherwise it oozes too much together. So for right now, I'm just going to go to the hairdryer. It's going to take a lot less time and just dry it real quick. We got this big football shape in there. That's a huge cactus, but they're big out there. But in the background, I've got some quinacridone magenta, and And I'm going to add a little bit of some mountains in there. And I got to take my little card again. Here it is. So we did the cactus. What if we just come in here and we're going to add a little bit of some red mountains that kind of come down here and here and here. And then just going to give them a little bit of shadow with some Payne's Gray. I'm thinking Georgia O'Keeffe when I'm doing this too. I love the way she just made shapes. Okay, so I've got that. Now I'm going to add a little bit of this green back into the bottom, and I'm just going to rinse off my card with water, go back to that beautiful green, and just come in here and so I guess I could use a brush, but why use a brush if you don't have to? And speaking of that, phthalo blue, and just take your finger and just wet the area. Sometimes it's just, you know, you're thinking in the moment and you got all this stuff happening. Do you really need a brush? I don't know. And then now the last part is we're going to add some of that dark. And I'm going to use some of this Payne's Gray. Just add a little bit of that dark right in there. Oh, it's going to mix so nice. It's going to hit and miss. So why use a brush? Why not use a credit card? Because you can get all these really cool shapes. And then you can get all these little cactus things happening. And I'm just using that and oh, look at that. And then I'm just going to come right in here. So I'm just showing that, yeah, it's nice to use a brush, but it's also nice to do something else that takes you out of your element. And sometimes when you're out of your element, you look at painting in a whole new light. Yeah, a whole new light. So when you do things day in, day out the same way, if you back up and do it differently, things happen. Okay, so that was a swoop. I've got this cactus, and I've got this little mountain, I've got some green stuff, and I've got some other stuff that's happening back in there, and you know, we got the finger thing going, so we're just gonna kind of add a little more greenery right down there, and just light, medium, and dark. And I'm gonna go to the hairdryer, I'm gonna dry it, and I think I will be close to being done. I'll give it a look. Sometimes you have to just look at things after you paint something. Okay, so I'm gonna go dry. Okay, I'm looking at this. I got a lot of stuff happening. Just need a little more shadow. I'm just gonna, again, take my finger. Oh, look at that. Oh, lucked out. Just add a little bit of shadow right along there. Just to give it a little bit of light, medium, and dark. And with that being said, again, this is just the best part. Makes me the happiest when I take the tape off. Because you go outside the edge of the lines, but yet, because you had the tape, it holds you all in. And now it frames whatever you've painted. And there you go. It's kind of got some really cool things happening. I like that shadow there. And the main thing you want to do is, you know, take your little Sharpie, whoops, sorry, I'm turning, and sign it. After I took the tape off, signed it, I thought, you know what? I need a little Sharpie. It needs some more little cactus stuff happening there. And that is the nicest part about doing these cards. If you want to add something, add it. And I just think they needed more spines on those cactus. More of those little things coming out that tells you, oh, I got this cactus going. You know, that's the best, that's the other best part about these cards. If you see something you like, let it be. If you see something you want to change, you can change it. It's just a small note card. And if you send it to someone, they won't know whether you changed it or not. They just are so appreciative that you sent them a card. Okay, I am done. There you go, the cactus. I used Hansa Yellow Light, Sap Green, Hansa Yellow Deep, Cobalt Blue, and Alizarin Crimson. More lessons, more lessons. I have 3 How Do You Paint That books. 1, 2, 3. There's 40 lessons in each one. So you can be very, very busy. In book 3, the cool part about book 3, I have, the cactus. And you can follow along and paint, but you can also use the QR code and watch me on YouTube. Now, if you really want to take your painting skills and take them on an adventure, with the Foothills Art Center, we have done Italy 3 times. And what an exciting adventure. Not only do you get to see these beautiful sights, but you get to see them. You sit, you paint, you watch people go by, you have wonderful lunches in cafes. You get to be a part of the scenery instead of just going from one place to the next place to the next. You see things, you smell them, and you document them on paper. It is a wonderful way to take your painting skills to another level. So go to the Foothills Art Center and you will be able to find some of the new trips we're coming on and some of the trips that we've been on. Thank you. I'm Janet Nunn. Catch me again and we will be doing a lot more paintings. And happy painting!